Yo, we won. We won. Yes, I feel great. How do you feel?
I'm still bugging. I'm still kind of. It hasn't sunk in yet. I guess because it's not quite public knowledge yet, so it hasn't sunk in yet. But it feels amazing. It feels amazing to not only win our category, but to actually go on and win the whole thing. It's just wow. I mean,
Yeah.
for this particular prize, I don't know. I feel this particular prize is different because it's chosen by the Waterstones booksellers,
Yes.
right? So like, for me, these are the people that engage with our book, engage with the customers who buy our book, whose job it is to know books and
Yeah.
sell books. So if anyone is going to award a prize for a book,
The people.
a credible prize, I definitely think that it's them.
Yeah.
So thank you, man. Like
Yeah.
seriously, thank you. But listen, we're gonna do speeches now. So you go first. Do your
Well,
thing.
yeah, man. I mean, obviously, if I go on too long, Dapo, you can start singing the Oscar music, which comes on. But no, look, I firstly, obviously, thank you to the Waterstones booksellers. It is a complete honor and so flattering that you've chosen us. Obviously, thanks to all of our incredible team at Penguin and Puffin, Joe, Monica, Sally Ann, just everybody. Chloe, how can you forget Chloe? Everybody in
You
our
can't
team.
forget Chloe, mate.
You cannot. And everybody in our team who's obviously helped. And then of course the readers, the parents, everybody who has made this experience just the best, most life-changing experience ever. And my girlfriend, of course, for telling me to look up and stop staring down at my stupid phone. And of course, Dapo, who is incredible and who's about to give you his speech right now. Boom, mic drop.
Great way to pass the mic. First of all, thank you so much to the Waterstones team for picking our book. It means so much. You guys are amazing. I learned so much about Waterstones and how each different store functions almost as a separate entity while we were doing the book tour, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to see. You guys create an amazing environment for your readers, and we were very honored to be in that environment, reading our book. Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much to all the readers, man. Like, you guys overwhelm me every single day. Like, just some of the stuff that you guys send us, it's just wow. Like, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for your engagement. Thank you so much for all your lovely words about Rocket. Thank you so much to our team. Like, I feel supported. That's the best way to put it. Like, I feel completely supported in every decision that I make, reasonable decision that is. I feel very supported. Thank you so much to Chloe. You are an absolute legend. Thank you to Sally Ann for all that you do behind the scenes. Thank you to Joe for your guidance and your direction. Thank you so much to Monica for your input, for your design touch as well. Rocket wasn't built solo by Nathan and I. It was built by a team. She was built by a team, should I say. Also, I did a little bit of digging. I didn't turn up much about, diversity in awards. And it is a touchy subject. But the one thing I will say is we may not necessarily be the first Black author, illustrator winners. We may not necessarily be the first. I know that there haven't been many throughout history, and this is not just about the Waterstones Award. It's a very different award. It's awards in general. But I do want to let it be known that part of my thing is to make sure that we're not the last. It's to make sure that we're not the last. It's both Nathan and I share this this sentiment, this feeling. It's definitely a thing in our careers to make sure that we're not the last, to do what we can to pave the way. So again, coming back to this award, thank you so much for this. Thank you so much for everything. Yeah, thank you.
Can I clap?
We should both clap.
Gentlemen, I get to join in the conversation now and say huge congratulations on behalf of Waterstones. Let's begin first with, I guess, the story of Look Up, what it's about. And Nathan, you kind of mentioned about people telling you to stop looking at your phone and to look up at the world. Why is that such an important thing, I think, for everybody, but for kids particularly?
Yeah, I think it's, like you said, it's important for absolutely everybody. But for kids, there's so much around us in this world that is beautiful. So if you take time to notice, like occasionally I will do something where I try to have 5 random things every single day that I notice I have never noticed before. It might be like, the other day I was walking down Chiswick High Road and I noticed these really nice flats above this like old, sofa shop. And I was like, I've never seen them before. So I add it to my list. So it's the sort of thing, however ridiculous, like noticing things around you is so important. And also being present in the moment. So you know what it's like with games consoles and whatever, they're all amazing. But I think it's also important to take a moment and look around you, because in those moments are so many beautiful things you don't want to miss. So that's kind of where part of the heart of the story is. It's about being present and enjoying your surroundings.
And Dapo, like Rocket as a character, she's looking up at the night sky in particular in this book. But obviously, the act of looking up is also about looking out to your future and having inspired ideas about what you might want to do with your life. So it's a little bit more than literally just looking up at the world, isn't it?
So that was the next thing I was gonna literally say to you. So like, as much as going, and it's almost like an unintentional thing because we weren't quite thinking about all of that when we were making the book. But what's happened is I've read the book over and over again, and as time has passed, we've got this wonderful kind of balance between being present and looking up, as in, Jamal looking up from his phone and taking in, what's going on with his sister at the time, and Rocket throughout the book being optimistic about a future event that's happening and looking towards the future, like you said.
Dapo, you touched on the idea of diversity earlier, and I'm sure that for lots of Black British writers and illustrators, seeing the two of you win this award, it's important for people to see that victory and to maybe imagine for themselves that as a possibility in the future. And this idea of representation is incredibly important, but can sometimes feel slightly abstract for people. But at World Book Day, we saw an amazing thread of images of young children dressing up as Rocket to go to school for World Book Day. Nathan, if I come to you first, what was that like for you as a writer?
It was surreal. I remember the morning, I was really grumpy really early in the morning for no reason. I was just like, wrong side of the bed. I think I slept bad. I woke up, went on my phone, remembered it was World Book Day, seeing all these images, and it blew my whole mind. What an honor. Because like, I was going to school years and years ago for World Book Day dressed as, I don't even remember, but people have like brought Rocket to life, and that's a dream. You don't expect it either. It's our first year our book's been out, maybe one, maybe two, but there was loads. Like, what an honor! It made me smile unbelievably.
It was insane. Like, I'll be really honest with you, that's the word I'm going to use, because it literally started off. I remember the day, like Nathan said, I woke up and I had an event on that day, a look-up event. So I was at school doing a reading and a draw-along event. And I just remembered that my phone kept buzzing. Like, it kept buzzing in my pocket. And I kept thinking, okay, something's going on. And I think like about 10:30 a.m. in the morning, I got the first few come through. And, I was moved. I was tired, but I was moved. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. By 4 p.m., I had close to 200 pictures, DMs in my inbox, and it was just boys, girls, even adults were dressing up as Rocket for World Book Day. To say it was overwhelming in the best of ways is an understatement. Like, I was close to tears. Like, there were tears. No, there were tears. There were actual tears. And it was, again, the crazy thing about it was like just 2 years prior, when we'd first started out, just after we'd sort of signed the book deal, I posted something on Instagram about World Book Day, a picture of Rocket, and I was like, I'm looking forward to the day that people dress up as, this character that I created, that I designed for World Book Day. And when the day came, I was just completely not ready for it at all. Like, it was crazy. Just, and it kind of, like Nathan said, I expected one or two. I expected my mates to like sort of con their kids into dressing up as Rocket. Like, that's what I expected, like to coerce them with candy or something to dress up as Rocket. But I didn't expect that amount, and it was amazing. And we had cosplays of Rocket before that. Before World Book Day, we'd had a few parents in the States. In America, they tend to do things a little bit on the grandiose side. So we'd had a few parents actually do photo shoots of their children as Rocket. But even that couldn't prepare us for this. Like, it was just wow. Like, it was amazing.